Hey everybody, it's Pamela Donnelly, and I am here today to talk with you about negotiating for financial aid at the college of your choice. So let's talk about how we do it. There are two different offices at each college or university that can be contacted. One is the admissions office, the other is the financial aid office. When sending written communication, you can do so to either both at the same time or to one with the other on CC. I recommend that your student reach out directly to admissions with financial aid on CC if they have a relationship that has been built. Hopefully they have through their demonstrated interest, which is something that you should be aware of. I can train you on that if you want to take a look at another video that's going to be posted here this week on the College Admissions Simplified YouTube channel. But with that relationship, they can reach out directly to the admissions office and then have the financial aid office main email address on CC so that they can begin that negotiation process. I do offer templates for that to my clients. Basically, what we're trying to do is to respectfully communicate a couple of things. First of all, current academic information that they may not know, because they are looking to attract, and they do know, by the way, that they need to very often incentivize that with merit-based financial aid, with financial aid sort of negotiation. But they want to know what your grades are looking like at this point in the school year, any updates on exams, any updates on apprenticeships, internships, jobs related to your major, things that will help sway them that, you know what, yeah, we can squeeze out another 5 or 10% off the cost of admission for this student. Now, 5% at the low end, 15% at the high end is really the max that you should expect in a negotiation. In terms of any wiggle room you can hope to find. It's never going to be, oh yeah, you're great, come on in for half off. It's not going to look like that. But 5 to 15% off of a degree that is, you know, a lot of times these days, several $100,000 all put together, that can be significant money. It's not that you send the email and you just sit and expect them to write you back immediately. I would recommend a 1-week follow-up after that email goes out, and that can be a phone call. And again, it's the student, not the parent. I know the parents are usually the ones feeling nervous about this because they're the one who's going to be on the hook for a lot of the money, but the colleges do not want to negotiate with mom and dad. Your young adult is a young adult. They will be presumably 18 or older by the time they're on campus. So we want to empower them to advocate with confidence, right? Like what kind of language should they use? You know, very often I'll even help script it out so they've got it in front of them as they're making that call. Hi, I'm a fall 2020 whatever applicant. My name is XYZ. Really excited. You guys are my first choice school. I have a similar opportunity at another school that I was also looking at. And here is where you can begin to compare for them what your choices are. If you know that your overall cost of attendance, including tuition and room and board fees, et cetera, at one school is, let's say you have, you know, a $50,000 merit-based opportunity there, based on how much that school would have cost in the first place, you're able to say to this other school, listen, it's going to cost me, you know, maybe it's something like, you know, $90,000 less to go to this other school because of the cost of attendance being lower, and they're offering me merit aid. I would love to hear if there is any room to negotiate a better opportunity at your school, because I am really seriously considering your school. I just need some consideration on the finance side. The other piece, other than academics, right, is to let them know if anything has changed in your family circumstance regarding your estimated family contribution. So when you fill out your FAFSA, by the way, word to the underclassmen parents, right? The parents of 9th, 10th, 11th graders, if it's your first student, you may not know this, but October 1st of senior year is when the sort of door opens up, and you need to get your FAFSA filled in. That is your free application for federal student aid. Parents and students usually do that together. And it does require tax information. The government is looking at your tax records of the last 2 years, and they're deciding what kind of aid they believe that you can be offered. Keep in mind, a lot of times that is a loan. That is not a grant. If the student is below certain thresholds that change year to year, they may qualify for a Pell Grant. A grant is money that you do not have to pay back. A loan has to be paid back. Right now, did you know we are up to $1.75 trillion in student debt? I just spoke at a conference recently where I was sharing some data about how much of that accrued sort of in the 2010s into this early 2020s, and how and why regulations that are happening at the federal level are impacting that. But at the end of the day, you got to remember that a loan is a loan and it has to be paid back. Even the recent things we've seen in the news of possible student debt forgiveness, it's not forgiving all of it. If a student is forgiven $10,000, but they owe $70,000, right? That's still a lot of money that's being owed. And the Stafford loans, which are the primary loans that you'll see, have two different types. There are subsidized and unsubsidized. A subsidized loan is for students who usually are from lower socioeconomic tiers, where the government takes on the interest. But an unsubsidized loan, you're paying on those interest rates, which, back in the day might have been 3%. And these days very often are 6%, 7%, something significantly more that, again, over time compounds and becomes just this snowball that can really derail a young person's life, even after they've done all that hard work, going to college, getting the grades, right? So anything we can do to help offset that is a really good idea. And negotiation is a thing. So I'm here to encourage you to be informed, reach out to me. Feel free to ask questions in response to this video. Money should never be the barrier to a student pursuing with confidence higher education. And I'm here to help you with that. So it's Pamela Donnelly, over and out. Till next time.